Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, we're going to be talking about the Dominican Republic, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, new records for the first 9 months, another record for the month of September, and you know what that means. Another cruise record as well, and you get the benefit if you are being smart. So please stay tuned for the update. October's update because of the first 9 months, January 1st through September 30th. We're going to talk about it. And welcome. Stop struggling now, gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. Please make sure you share the videos, share the podcast, so then that way people know what's going on and they have no excuse because you can get assets and businesses started right now while the going is good. Or shall I say, while the going is cheap. Let's go over to the Minister of Tourism, David Collado, over here in the Dominican Republic, making an announcement on World Tourism Day, which was actually a few days before September 30th. I think it was the 28th or 27th of the month. And here it is. DR received 7.6 million visitors in the third quarter of this year. Well, what they meant by that was what it says here. I'll have a link down below for this article in case you want to go check it out for yourself because you guys know we're going to make this short. 7.6 million visitors in the first 9 months of the year. Now, there is no breakdown here, but what that means is $7.7 billion in foreign currency to the economy. Does that not scream business, real estate holdings you should be getting now while it's still cheap? In case you don't know, search the channel for pre-construction real estate projects. Search the channel. That simple, no credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry. So we're just going to make it very simple for you. But here is the kicker. I'm about to show this right here. If we have 7.6 million visitors in the first 9 months of the year, which is an all-time record, then that also means, look at this, record numbers, and it's 782,000 tourists in August alone is an all-time record for the month. Again, if you're new here, I've been telling people for 4 years, 3 to 4 years, I've been telling people this is what was going to happen. There's going to be an increase. When you have the big dogs coming to town, the big dog hotel chains, and I'm not talking about some Motel 6 stuff. We're talking about Nobu. We're talking about Hyatt residences. We're talking about 5-star hotels and all-inclusives. All right? So you have to understand. So here is the thing right here. The ministry predicts 10 million travelers will visit the Dominican Republic by the end of 2023. How are they making this prediction? Because they're going to add the cruise ship visitors to that tally. Now, once again, the overall tally was just broken this month for the all-time record of 7.5 million combined land and cruise ship visitors. This 7.7 is also combined air and cruise ship visitors. So they have broken that record. Well, guess what? They're going to break the records next year as well. That's right. You heard it here first, just like you heard it here the year before and the year before that. I keep saying every year they're going to be breaking records, and here we go. Are you going to be in on this, ladies and gentlemen? Let's see. I'll have a link down below to this as well. What I want to show you to date, the Dominican Republic has hosted 1.5 million cruise travelers. Once again, another record, because the old record was 1.1. 9 months have went by. That's almost, what is that? 130, 140,000 cruise passengers. Well, guess what? They're opening up another cruise terminal also on the North Shore. They're adding more cruise ships coming into that port. That means next year they're going to break that record as well. So a cruise port location for your business, or could be real estate wise, but I'd go with business, because you have this many tourists landing at the ports. I don't know how many ports there are. We'll have to have that in the next conversation. I believe there's 6. There might be 6 or 4. La Romana, Puerto Plata, around Santo Domingo, that's 3 for sure. Pedernales is coming on, that's 4. So there's probably 5 or 6 on the island. I never made a count. So that would indicate at this point, if there's 5, that would be 300,000. And they're adding more next year. So just add on a few more thousand next year by this time. So those are great numbers. And that gives you business opportunities. So now that you know that, out of the 7.6, 1.5 are cruise. So 6.1 so far to date is by air, which is what I was coming over here to show. Receives a huge number of cruise. Is no different with over 1.5 million cruise visitors arriving at the destination. So if you want to see any of these articles, I have it. This is just going to be real short. I didn't want to get into it, but I had to show this. If you missed the Dominican Republic Weekly that I do every week now, then this was part of it. 5 reasons why the Dominican Republic is having its best year on record for travel. Well, guess what? What do you think is going to happen when the Hyatt comes? What do you think is going to happen when Marriott's all over the island? Hyatt's in like 5 different places in different cities on the island building residences. Nobu, which is known for their residences and hotel, they're coming. When you start thinking of Royal Sonesta coming to the island, which that is a whole nother, the James Hotel, things like this is coming to the island. Sandals is coming. I mean, in Michi's, they're doing things. Once again, what are they going to talk about? The tourism industry. Safety conscious travelers. They're saying it's a little safe. Okay. Things happen no matter where you are, right? But at least they're talking about the aerial connectivity. I'll have a link down below so you can check this out as well. The aerial connectivity, ladies and gentlemen. We know that they are going to add more air traffic from nearby islands, from Reef's going to connect from Punta Cana, for instance, into some of the smaller areas, those smaller airports or the bigger airports on the interior. So you can land at Punta Cana and now take the short day trip or couple days trip to go to another part of the island. That's pretty sweet. Then we have another airline that said, you know what? We're going to go over to Havana. We're going to go to Puerto Rico. We're going to go to a few other Caribbean islands, pick some people up. They're expecting another 200,000 people from that excursion. So it's easy to see next year, add another million, ladies and gentlemen, on top of that. And if they ever get around to allowing that second airport somewhere north, or shall I say west of Punta Cana, about 45 minutes, 50 minutes north, then you have a whole nother ball game that's about to drop. Because the goal is, I believe in 2025, at the end of 2025, we're going to hear something like 9.5 air passengers to 10 million. And if you don't get in now, then you will not be able to afford to get in later if you're an ordinary citizen. Right now, you can get something for $99,000. You can get something, a studio unit at a place that has amenity, over 100 different types of attractions, amenities. And that's like $60,000, $65,000 for a studio unit and up. These are condos, of course. You can buy villas for $115,000, 3-bedroom, 2.5 baths. Just think about this. All right. So don't get left behind. And here, new exciting destinations. This is what we're talking about. Michi's and the Sabal. All right. This is where the different destinations people are starting. Cruise ship hub, Puerto Plata, La Romana, you heard that, right? Punta Cana, I think, even has a port there. There's Pedernales, Port Cabo Rojo. Okay, so there is about 5 at least. All right, so that's very interesting. Here we are, Malia, Four Seasons. Go look up Four Seasons, ladies and gentlemen. How much do they cost? Go look in Vegas. You'll be shocked. This is why superstars stay there. That's the hidden spot by Mandalay Bay. Four Seasons. Hyatt, of course, all new in the DR. That is major. So I don't have nothing more to say about it, ladies and gentlemen. It's up to you now. You are getting the information. And for everybody that has invested over the last 3.5, 4 years or 5, congratulations. Because you know your property values have increased dramatically. Whether it's 30%, 40%, 50%, 100%, you're winning. And you had to put a little bit of money down. You paid 0% interest over the next 2 to 3 years. And then you had to make a decision, pay cash or get financing. But either way, you paid at a low value price. And with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. And that's why we have to let you know you have opportunities. Even if you expand your horizons and go to an island, you can start something right now because it's free out there. But lease space is costing more. You used to be able to buy your own office or own retail location for $10,000. Now, 140, 130, 120 in a matter of 3 years. So you know there's going to be business done there. So don't sleep, ladies and gentlemen. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.